Let us now listen to Reverend Dr. Homer Wesley Ortiz Reversal. Kompleto kuya.
Good evening, Bishop. Good evening, everyone. No, uh, our session for tonight is on older adults, and older adults are those whose age is more than 65 years old or 65 years old and beyond. I belong to this category already because I'm 70. No, so this one is an article that the from Intentional Older Adult Ministry Network. Okay, so next
Good morning.
slide. The burden of this is just to look at our attitude toward aging or towards the aged. And it's an American article, so it starts with aging in America. Bakit hindi ko, sandali, medyo na gano'n yung aking computer. Ayan. Globally, there are cultures where older adults are revered, respected, and admired. What about in America? Okay, okay, this is American culture, but to a certain extent, it's true for us also. Ang sabi niya dito, old age means decline, and growing older is viewed with embarrassment. Totoo yan. Medyo kuminsan, pag nagkakaedad na tayo, sobrang nasa working age na 65, medyo we experience decline. And second, being relevant is to remain young and adult, na para bang ang prime of age is really during youth and young adulthood. And our worth is in our productivity, beauty, strength, and high earnings. Uh, Totoo yan. Ang kultura natin, ang tinitingnan niya na may halaga ay yung productive years, yung may beauty, may strength, at mataas ang kinikita. And therefore, there is this kind of stigma na pagtingin sa older adults. Next slide. Our culture puts a premium on youth, beauty, and vitality. Na dito sa the prevailing myth about aging that it is nothing but slow and steady decline is a byproduct of our culture, and aging is bad and old is ugly. Kasi hindi tayo gumaganda, kundi nagdi-deteriorate pati yung ating tsura. As a result, many people don't want to be viewed as an older adult. No? Marami yung pinipigilan yung pagtanda. Next. Yan. These are the society's images of older adults. Pag kinakarikature ang mga older adults, ganito, yung may tungkod, nagkukuba na, ganyan. Next. Okay. So look at this photo. Ito yung youth, tapos yan yung young adult, tapos yun na yung older adult, yung puti na ang buhok. Okay, next. Okay, ageism. Ageism is a prejudice or discrimination against older people due to negative and inaccurate stereotypes. Okay, ageism is hard to overcome because it exists everywhere and is deeply rooted in our culture and society. We approach old age as an unsavory life stage and fail to adequately acknowledge its great pleasures or unique attributes and contribution. Para bang in-stereotype natin talaga na ang older adulthood or yung beyond 65 na yan mga retirado na yan, mga palamunin na yan, mga ganon. No? Para bang nang nakikita yung pangangailangan lang at hindi na-appreciate yung unique na contribution ng older adult. Next. Okay, because of our growing aging population, our culture characterizes aging as a natural disaster, a tsunami threatening our society. Ang pagtingin sa mga older adults ay parang wala na silang silbi. As we age, we may not take full advantage of opportunities presented to us because of our self-identified ageism. Kung minsan, dito, uh, being old is a devalued, stigmatized identity. Para bang, kaya yung iba, talagang they, as much as possible, na hindi umaamin na matanda na o hindi tinatanggap ang kanilang kalagayan. Next. Okay? So dito, ang ganda ng caption, aging is not a dirty word. Okay? Surveys indicate that the words aging and old are equated with decay, decline, disease, and death. Yung apat na D na yan. No? Yung pag-decline, yung pag, uh, uh, pagkakasakit at pagkamatay. No? When we see aging as a time of decline, we often feel pressure to combat the visible signs of aging. Tingnan yung picture na yan. Nagtatry ng maskara para hindi lang makita na siya'y matanda na. Okay. Yan yung mga nagpapabelo. Okay, next. The idea of aging. Granted, old age is often associated with negatives, growing frailty, nanghihina na, declining independence, okay, very becoming dependent, the loss of loved ones, wala ng mga kaedad, and the approach of our own death. Those are developmental characteristics of aging actually. However, research shows that older persons are better positioned than younger adults to cope with stresses. Sa totoo yan, kasi nasanay na yung mga matatanda, talagang nasanay na sa mga stresses ng buhay, mas madali sila actually mag-cope kasi they have gone through with the experiences in life, they have gone through all the pains and stresses. Therefore, they're, they're, the older adults experience more enjoyment, happiness, and self-satisfaction. Alam na nila ang buhay, alam nila ang paanong tanggapin ang mga bagay sa buhay. Next. Aging is inevitable. Alam na natin yon. It is a natural process of development that includes both gains and losses. Each age and stage of life has its own unique challenges and assets. Age 65 should not drive our public perception about old age. People age at very different rates. Totoo naman yan. May mga older adults na mas mukhang bata naman kaysa ibang middle adults. No? Age 65 is only relevant as an age when people are entitled to benefits such as Social Security and Medicare. Alam natin yun sa mga governments na kagaya ng US. Sabagay sa atin din, no, o yung old age has its, nagpe-pension na sa SSS, ganyan. Okay. Next. Yun, ito yung ageism. Ageism is the discrimination against old age. And then ageism is found everywhere. It is widespread not only in society but also in religious circles. Kaya itong ang burden ng ating lesson ngayong gabi ay tingnan natin kung paano natin i-minister o magmi-minister ang mga older adults sa ating mga iglesia. Okay, next. When older adults see little interest directed at them by the church, they gradually lose their sense of having value and worth, which dampens and diminishes their faith development and their spiritual maturity. Yung mag-ingat tayo or maging concerned tayo, no, sa ministry natin sa mga older adults dahil ito nakaka-affect sa kanila pag hindi na sila binibigyan ng karapatang pansin. Okay, next. When older adult ministry is planned without the involvement of all others, that's ageism. Ibig sabihin, i-involve natin ang mga older adults kung gagawa tayo ng plano ng ministry para sa kanila. When a church fails to make its facilities accessible, that's ageism. Kaya sabi nila, pagpapatay ng church, dapat may rampa kasi pag dumating yung mga matatanda, kailangan nila ng hahawakan, no? At syempre, mahirap silang umakyat ng hagdan. When church leaders believe they know what's best for older adults without consulting them, that's ageism. Dapat kinukonsulta rin, lalo na yung mga matatanda dahil siyempre tumanda naman nila, alam nila ang mga bagay-bagay. So, dapat kahit yung kapakanan nila, to their benefit, to consult them. Okay, next. When a church hires staff or other group ministers or provides for them when a budget but ignores ministry with all adults, that's ageism. So pati sa ano rin, budgeting din, no? Uh, dapat merong budget for the ministry of older adults. Next. Okay, solving our church's challenges regarding the graying of our congregations requires church leaders to think creatively and to reimagine congregational vitality. Isa siguro sa mga magandang development dito sa society natin na sa Pilipino, tumaas na rin yung age of expectancy. Ibig sabihin yung ang 70 ngayon, hindi na kasing tawag ng 70, tandang-tanda na noon o namamatay na sila before 70. Pero ngayon, may mga 80-year-olds na sa ating mga sa society natin, parang okay pa rin sila. No? In fact, yung length ng years natin ay beyond 70 na. Okay? We need to reframe aging as a passage of discovery and engagement, not decline and inaction. So dahil sa humaba na ang buhay ng Pinoy, tingnan din rin natin na mayroon pa rin madi-discover at mayroon pa rin i-engage yung mga older adults. We need to reframe aging as an age of opportunity and not as an ending. Hindi dapat natin tinitingnan yung mga age na ito na departure area, no? Kundi still an age of opportunity. Okay, next. As leaders in ministry, we are called to reframe aging in our churches and to avoid talking about aging as one, a tsunami or similar catastrophic term, no? Or decline, deterioration, or dependency. Huwag dapat yun ang tinitingnan natin. Pangatlo, us versus them, no? You refer to them as those older people, or it's a problem to be solved, parang problema yung mga matatanda na yan, no? Kaya kailangan, and then a hindrance to church growth and vitality. Para bang sila, mga problema lang sila sa kongregasyon. Hindi dapat ganoon ang pagtingin. Next. Okay. Help our church leaders change attitudes about aging. Okay. While as leaders, we need to recognize the negative attitudes we may have about our own aging. We need to, meron kasing mga perception din na pati yung mga pastor na matatanda na para bang muna sila sa mga hindi na sila dapat sa mga malalaking church or something like that. We must treat all older adults with dignity and respect, for we are all children of God. We can teach our congregations by example, and we must be advocates on behalf of aging and older adults. Ito yung gagawin natin. We need to reframe aging in our own congregation. Ilagay natin sa ibang kwadro. Okay? Next. Siguro, i-skip natin to. Next, you go to the next slides. Ito yung age pride. We must be proud of our age. This is for older adults. Age pride is for everyone who refuses to regret waking up older. Pag gumising ka sa umaga at matanda ka na, I-acknowledge mo that this life is still a gift. A long life is a gift from God. And who is prepared to make a positive difference in our world? Meron pa rin tayong magagawa para sa mundo. Our life is not over. Next. Okay, I'd like to look at this graph or illustration very carefully. Okay, if we look at the three circles, puro conversations. Puro conversations. The one on top is conversations with ourselves. No? Alam ko, tayong natatanda, no, we really talk to ourselves. No? Kasi we feel yung ano ng ating mga may sinasabi ang ating katawan sa atin, may sinasabi no ang mga nararamdaman natin, gano'n. No, na ay sinasabi din yung mga perceptions natin sa mga nangyayari na at iba yung perception na yun dahil tayo ay nasa edad na, no? Older adult. The second circle is conversations with multiple generations. Ibig sabihin, yung kausap mo, hindi mo na mga kaedad. No? In fact, ako, my best friend ako, that's only 30 years old. No? And a very good friend of mine, na namimiss ko kaya hindi ko siya nakakausap. That's another generation. In fact, parang apo ko na kung may turing ang edad. But we need those conversations. And also, conversations with our own generation. Yung mga kaedad natin mga 70s, mga 80s, ganyan. Mga kaidan natin. Kasi we can always compare notes of what life has been, no? Or what life is now at this age. So if we look at the intersections, no? Yung nag-overlap itong tatlong circles na ito, nakikita mo yung conversation with multiple generations overlaps with our self-talk. It's changing how we model aging positively and visibly. Pag nakikipag-usap ka sa younger generations, naipapakita mo na nagbago na rin, no? Hindi kagaya nung araw na ang mga tatanda ay ganun na lang. No? And then, ito naman yung overlap between conversations between our own generation, no? Makikita working together to reimagine who we are and who we can be. You can compare notes kasi magkakaedad na kayo. You can compare notes kung paano, how do you cope with things? And ano yung ginagawa mo that's creative to make you happy, to make meaning with your day of your days. Ngayon, ito yung overlap between the generations and the conversation with your own generation is creating mutually beneficial ways of working and living together. Dapat ma-figure out ng mga generations how to live together. Actually, yan ang magiging lesson natin next week, yung intergenerational ministry. Pero ito, the intersection of the three circles is transforming the world for ourselves and succeeding generations. Yan ang idudulot ng older adult ministry that is being done by the younger generations. Nakikita nyo kung paanong babaguhin pati ng mundo ng matatanda sa inyong mga conversations together. We go to the next. Okay, aging demands resilience. No, aging in our culture calls for resilience, and resilience is the ability to stay effective in the face of life challenges and setbacks while staying positive about the future. Ibig sabihin, kahit na 65 and above, 70s, 80s, you should face life challenges, no? Yung harapin mo with positive attitude about the future. Hindi yung, ay, palipas na ako, nakalimutan na ako ng Panginoon, ang gano'n. Hindi. Kundi, mayroon pa rin pwedeng mangyari, no? Pwedeng i-contribute, no? Sa edad na yan. And God has a purpose even for older adults. So, resilience requires accepting yourself, okay? Tanggapin mo ang sarili mo despite changes, losses, yung mga nawala na sa'yo, siguro mga kaibigan mo, mga miyembro ng pamilya na una na sa'yo, and limitations, recognizing your ongoing personal and spiritual development. For older adults, no, dapat matanggap nila ang kanilang sarili at ang kanilang sitwasyon, pero gagawa pa rin ng mga kaparaanan upang sila ay mag-develop personally and spiritually. What is your approach to aging? Next. Hmm. Okay, this is a good survey. This is a good survey. Rate your current resilience. Kung gaano mo tinatanggap ang buhay mo bilang older adult. One, I feel clear about how I would like my life to be as I transition into later life. Dapat malinaw. Malinaw sa'yo kung paano mo yung buhay mo, tanggapin yung buhay mo bilang older adult. Pangalawa, I feel confident that I will be able to thrive. Ibig sabihin, gustong-gusto mo pa rin, minamahal mo pa rin na ang buhay mo kahit na tumanda ka na. No? I feel in control as I navigate the transition into later life. Uh, yung control mo ba sa buhay mo, nandyan pa, dapat nandyan pa rin yun. Yung the will, no? The will to live. And then I feel connected to or supported by others. No? Dapat you should also feel that you are not alone. You are connected. That you are in relationship with others, your family and your friends and your church. And then ito yung last. I feel content with my life overall. No? Gaano ka kontento sa buhay mo? Siyempre, nandyan yung pagtanggap and therefore meron yung pagkakontento. Okay, next. Okay, this is how we reframe aging. When we reframe aging, ours and others, we are challenging the cultural myths of growing older. Ibig sabihin, pinapabulaanan natin, no? Or binabago natin yung perception towards those who are aged. By reframing aging, we see older adulthood not as an age of liability, but as an age of opportunity. Tingnan natin, no, kung ano yung edad ng mga to ay is still an age of opportunity, no? Hindi an age of liability. Okay, using scripture to reframe aging. Okay, let's look at scriptures. Next. Ayan. Itong sinasabi, the Bible and aging. You shall rise before the aged and defer to the old, and you shall fear your God. Ibig sabihin, bigyan mo sila ng respeto, makinig ka sa kanila. Tapos, wisdom is with the aged and understanding in length of days. Totoo yan. Ang mga matatanda, mas alam nila ang buhay dahil dinaan na nila lahat ng stages ng buhay. And merong wisdom silang naibibigay. Gray hair is a crown of glory. It is gained in a righteous life. No? Gray hair. Alam ko si Bishop na gray hair na. Alam ko hindi pa siya hindi pa siya senior. But you know, gray hair is a crown of glory. The glory of youth is their strength, but the beauty of the aged is their gray hair. No? May sinasabi yan eh. Pag nag-gray na yung buhok mo, ibig sabihin, dinaanan mo na ang mga lahat ng mga stages ng buhay at nag-survive ka, hindi lang yan. It's a crown, no? Ibig sabihin, it means the gray hair means you not only survive, but you are victorious over life. Next. Our worth as older adult, our worth is not based on how young we are, look, no? It is neither based nor beauty, strength, and productivity, but our worth is found in our being children of God. Na anak tayo ng Diyos. Hindi na tayo mga bata, pero anak tayo ng Diyos. To the Christian, to the Christian, aging is more than a series of losses, physical health, job, and death of loved ones. Hindi yung mga nawala mo, no? Ang tinitingnan mo kung matanda ka na, kundi aging provides modes of liberation, contributing to spiritual growth. Time, wisdom, experiences, stripping away of pride and our need for success. Siyempre, noong bata tayo, ang mga anxiety natin, no? What will the future be? Kung maging successful ba ako sa family life ko, sa lahat ng bagay, pati sa trabaho, ganyan. No? But when you age, no, you're liberated from these kinds of anxieties and stresses because you have gone through them and you have emerged, no, from them. Well, ayan. So you are freer in a sense. Yung stresses mo are not as many than when you were younger. Okay? Next. Yan, cultivating a positive aging. Recipe for a good old age. One, good genes, good luck, enough money, and one good kid. Yan ang isang sinabi ng isang elder. Sabi niya, if you have good genes, tatanda ka, good luck, mapalad ka, you have some money, and meron kang anak na tumitingin sa'yo. Okay? Attitude and coping skills are keys to positive aging. Una, yung attitude mo sa iyong pagtanda, kasi nakakaano yun, malaking ano yun, factor yung attitude mo sa pagtanda mo. Dapat masaya, you have reason to be thankful and reason to be happy. At yung coping skills mo. Kung hindi ka na makalakad, pwede ka rin naman mag-wheelchair, mga ganon, no? Or magtungkod. How we feel, think, and act in whatever circumstances we find ourselves, no? Attitude. How we face losses, transitions, and challenges in life. Alam ko, may mga kilala akong matatanda na namatay na lahat, no? Na nauna pang namatay yung mga ibang kapatid, yung ibang anak, ganyan, asawa, and yet, no, yung old age, parang we need to how to face, no, ito, you still will thank God that you have been gifted with a long life. Next. Okay, these are the characteristics of positive aging. Okay, una, number one is accepts about cares about others. You care about others. The moment you don't care anymore about anything, talagang matanda ka na, mag-deteriorate ka. And you're open to new ideas. No? Nakikita mo na nagbabago ang mundo. Nung kabataan mo, hindi ganyan ang mga bata, hindi naka-cellphone at hindi mga gadgets ang minawakan. No? And then, maintains hope in life. Meron ka pa rin pag-asa kahit na medyo hindi mo na masyadong naiintindihan ang mga bagay-bagay, hindi mo alam mag-computer, ganyan, no? And yet it's not the end of the world, no? Meron ka pa ring hope dahil marami ka pa ring magagawa na dati kahit hindi na kagaya ng mga bago. And you continue learning. Alam niyo si Dr. Werman is more than 90 years old. Nagpagawa siya ng Facebook account kaya mga anak niya nagpi-face learning to use the Facebook, no? Continuous learning and retains a sense of humor. Maraming matatanda na namang susungit pero dapat ang matanda alam niya kung paano tumawa. Tawanan na lang ang sarili kung minsan nakakahulog ng pagkain niya o gano'n, tuwa na lang, take it with a sense of humor and maintain social contacts. Totoo yan, no? And that's why the ministry to the aging or to the older adults is important because they still should have contacts with the congregation. And the last one here is accepts dependency needs. Aminin ng mga matatanda na kailangan na nila ng tulong, no, sa kanilang mga pangangailangan, because this is no longer their productive years, no. If ever, pension na lang siguro ang kanilang tinatanggap, and so they depend on others for their needs. Okay, next. Okay, working together we can. So challenging ageism. No, what are the things that the church can do? Okay. Yan, ito yung bandang baba, create a society that supports the well-being of people of all ages and celebrate the contributions, faithfulness, and wisdom of older adults. Meron akong, dun sa Kamuning Church, merong isang matanda na very close sa akin, magwa 100 na siya. Magse-celebrate siya actually ng 100 years niya nitong first week of September. And one thing that I remember or always is nag nagdo-drawing pa rin siya ng mga flowers, na gumagawa siya ng mga cards, greeting cards. At yun ang mga binibigay niya sa amin na younger generations. And I celebrate no that gift kasi kahit matanda na siya, meron pa rin siyang control sa kanyang mga fingers to paint flowers and make greeting cards. Okay, next. Okay, this is already the resources, and we and here we go to the other article. It's a PDF article yung 48 ways uh, of ministering to adults. Ito na sa next na an article here, yung 48 ways. Yung unang ano natin is really how we understand no aging of older adulthood. Ito naman sa pangalawa, ito ay practical ways. Practical ways in which nakita na natin na we should reframe aging. Tingnan natin na aging is no longer like how we look at the society looks for us. Okay? Ito yung 48 older adult ministry ideas. Okay? Number 1 is adult day services. Maganda kung meron kayong mga service para sa adults lang din, no? It can be a prayer meeting for adults or ganyan, no? Then pangalawa, advertise in local theater at senior citizen center. Ibig sabihin, i-advertise nyo na meron kayong ministry for older adults and therefore others, they can join you. Okay? Number 3, annual older adult picnic. Yung bang mag-organize kayo ng isang annual event where you gather all adults from your church in the community. Provide entertainment and games. Ibig sabihin, socials. No? Next, number 4, older adults provide direct care for people having difficulty with activities of daily walking, dressing, getting. Older adults, ay hindi naman sila mga walang silbi. Pwede silang magamit or makasama no, sa caring for other people. Okay? And then number 5, children of aging parents. Provide support, network opportunities, and resource for information for adult children, no, taking care of parents. No? So isa rin yun. Yung older adults escort other older adults for visits to the doctor, dentist. Ito, kaya magandang mag-relate sila sa isa't isa because they can help each other. No? O samahan kita, pupunta tayo dun sa mamalengke, samahan kita sa doktor, samahan kita, ganon. They minister to each other. This is peer ministry among older adults. Then, older adults participate exercise and fitness classes. No? So may mga aerobics classes or fitness classes that's designed for older adults. Yung hindi siguro kagaya ng TikTok, pero may may mga activities na fitness activities na pwedeng ituro sa mga older adults, yung mga may rayuma, yung gano'n, no? And seven, field trips. Older adults take educational and informational, recreational, mission study, or work mission trips. No, alam niyo sa Kamning, once a month. Once a month, yung mga older adults doon sa Kamning Church, manonood sila ng sine, lalabas sila, pupunta sila na merong ano naman sasakyan na i-prepare, dadalhin sila sa mall, no? Tapos kakain sila, tapos manonood ng sine. And then they look forward to that every month in mga older adults. So it's a kind of outing. Next, flowers for homebound and nursing home residents. Okay? Dito, yung altar flowers are taken to homebound and nursing homes. Totoo naman, dahil after ng service ng hapon ng Sunday, pwedeng dalawin yung mga bedridden, yung mga hindi na makalabas ng bahay ng mga lolo at lola, bigyan sila ng mga flowers. Okay? And then, syempre, ipag-pray sila. And then older adults, foster grandparents. Older adults share their lives with children and youth who have few or no extended family members living in the community. Pwede naman talaga yun. No? Parang sila yung magiging lolo, lola. Apostolic ministry ito sa mga children and youth na walang kasama. Number 10, game day. Once a week or monthly, hold a game day for older adults. Include games that involve mental simulation. Yan. Game day, yung maglaro sila, ano, yung mga kaya din nila. Pero sa ating mga Pilipino, maganda, marami pa rin matatanda na nakakakanta, kaya video day. And then helping hands. Older adults maintain a church food and clothing pantry. Patulungan sila sa mga ministry ng church, especially mga feeding programs, ganyan. No? And then number 12, home maintenance and minor repair. May mga older adults with skills ng painting, changing light bulbs, mowing lawns, home chores, and carpentry. No? Siyempre, hindi na sila ini-engage dahil hindi na working year sa mga to. And yet, they still have skills that they can share with others na nangangailangan. Okay, next. Give them those opportunities. Okay, homebound Sunday school class. Ito ang homebound, sinasabi dito, homebound class members participate in Sunday school by use of a speaker phone. Turuan mo sila na gumamit ngayon ng virtual para pag nag-Sunday school ay virtual, nakaka-participate sila. Okay? Para ba yung ano yun, video conferencing natin na pero cellphone na ginagamit. Kagaya ng ngayon, sa Zoom, pwede silang makiparticipate. And then homebound worship, ganun din. No? Marami talaga ngayon na dahil live stream ang mga worship, ang mga nasa bahay hindi na naman kapunta sa church na older adults, mag-live stream sila sa bahay. No? I-connect dun sa TV at dun sila makikisimba. And it's nice because your congregation will still include your older adults during worship. And then 15, house sharing. Dito, older adults share housing with college students in exchange for chore service, minor repair. Parang nang-aampon ng mga older adult na may bahay para may kasama sila sa bahay na gumawa ng kanilang mga household chores. And then ito yung 16, intergenerational retreat. In fact, ito, i-discuss natin more next week, the intergenerational ministry. Number 17, kitchen band. Invite older adults to make musical instruments from household and other common materials. No? Ito yung, this is fun actually. Ang gagamitin nila yung mga kitchen utensils, gagawa sila ng music. Okay, next. Yeah, number 18, Latchkey Kid Ministry. Older adults provide after-school program including tutoring and mentoring opportunities for for children. Totoo yan. Lalo na yung mga retired school teachers, ganyan, uh, uh, retired elementary school teachers, they can become tutors or mentors for young children struggling with their studies, no? Yung kahit na yung paggawa lang ng modules nila, no? So 19 library resources for aging on aging issues. Ito rin magandang ministry sa mga older adult. Bigyan mo sila namang babasahin, no? Including audio and large print books para may papaglibangan sila kundi nakakakuha din pila ng ideas how to cope with their issues na hinaharap nila, yung older adults, no, na mga materials. And then, older adults participate in life review and reminiscence classes. Gawin mo sila mga resource person, no, sa mga classes na when you discuss the situation and issues faced by aging persons. Number 21, living history. Older adults share their life journey and faith story on a tape, video, or audio in writing and orally in worship and Sunday school class. Okay, kung mayroong isang bagay na magandang pakinggan sa mga older adults, ito yung naging istorya ng buhay nila. Gustong-gusto naman din nilang ikwento yan so that the younger generations can learn from the experiences of the old, the wisdom uh, that they gained through the years. And then 22, lunch partners, okay? Invite older adults to eat a meal once a week with homebound member in his or her. Oh, importante ito. Yung para bang, imbitahin mo rin naman sila na, taka, labas naman tayo, kumain tayo. Or kaya, oy, masarap yung ulam namin, halika dito, kumain ka dito sa amin. No, ganyan. Being a good neighbor, no, to your older adults, no. Yung bigyan mo sila ng opportunity na lumabas ng bahay, i-treat mo sila sa bahay mo, no? Prepare lunch or a meal for the aged. Okay, next. Marriage enrichment, okay? Older married couples lead and participate in marriage enrichment programs. Siyempre, they can share about their naging karanasan sa kanilang married life. Then, 24, meals. Older adults provide meals for homebound following hospitalization. So, group meals, no? Ito yung parang potluck ng mga adults or uh, kung may nagkasakit, meron sila bibisita, magbibigay, magpo-provide ng meals. 25, mentoring. Invite older adults to serve as mentors for children, youth, and older adults. Especially, sabi niya dito, during confirmation and for new church members. Pagsalitin mo sila, ano naging karanasan nila sa pagiging membro ng iglesia at kung paanong manatili na natapat. Okay? And this one, multi-generational study groups. Skip muna natin yan kasi yan ang topic natin next week. Okay, next. Ministry. Many older adults love dogs, cats, and other small animals, yet are unable to care, no? And shares the love of gentle animals. Yung bang tulungan mo, yung mga matatanda na mag-alaga na lang pusa, ng aso, tsaka small animals, the pets nila. And then, ito nursing home, Sunday school class. Okay? So, very, very American yung setting, but in nursing homes na nandun sila yung mga matatanda na pinapaalagaan na magkaroon kayo ng older adult Sunday school class or invite older adults to lead vacation Bible school for residents in nursing homes and assisted living settings. Ito, very interesting ito. 30, older adult choir. Pwede naman din silang gumawa na invite older adults to form a choir, no? Kahit na puro, alam niyo naman ang boses na matanda, maraming tremulo, ganyan. Maganda pa rin na tingnan sila para bang kahit no, para yung maliliit na bata nung nagka-choir, tuwang-tuwa kayo. Ganyan din sana magiging matutuwa tayo sa mga older adults na kumakanta sa na isang choirs. Okay? Plan special events such as Christmas caroling throughout the community. Yan. Yung choir nila, pwede mong pakantahin sa mga events, no? Na sa community. And I'm sure matutuwa. Okay? And then older adult newsletter. Okay, maganda to, yung newsletter ng church, especially for older adults kasi maano sila na malalaman nila ano nangyayari, but at the same time alam din nila kung na ano ang kalagayan ng bawat isa sa kanila. Oh. And then parish nurse ministry, provide a healthcare ministry for older adults. Ito yung meron dapat yung health and welfare ng church na tinitingnan niya, binibisita niya yung mga older adults. Okay? And then prime timers, okay, older adults participate in an elder hostel type volunteer in mission program, including faith development and faith sharing. Ito program ng GBGM, no? So older adults can really become part of mission teams na pumunta pa sa ibang bansa. Okay? Yung recognition service and dinner, the congregation sponsors uh, a special dinner, worship service, or other celebration to honor faith, wisdom, ministry, and service of older adults. Ito maganda gawin during anniversary month ng church. Pag may anniversary month ng church, ang gagawin nyo, gagawa kayo ng recognition of older adult members ng church. Okay? And this is also a very napakagandang pagtingin, pag-recognize sa mga idinulot ng mga matatanda, no, doon sa buhay ng iglesia. Okay? Ritual for older adults, seniors, yan, senior ministry. Dito, older adults visit with others moving from their home to long-term healthcare facilities. Yung bang alalayan mo sila pagka dadalhin na sila sa home care. Okay? 36. Next. Itong seniors, maganda itong seniors, is ENIORS ministry. Okay? Meaning spirituality, E, education, and nutrition or fitness. Okay? I, intentional outreach, yung outreach, tapos recreation, and service opportunities. Ito, in a caption, ay isang magandang program kasi it is a wholesome, parang holistic program for seniors. No? In spirituality, education, nutrition, no? Outreach, recreation, and service. Then number 37, senior bulletin board. Place a large bulletin board in a strategic location where older adults congregate in the church, post announcements, events, job opportunities, and photos of recent activities and events on the bulletin board. It's not only information for the congregation, but especially for seniors, so for them to be updated. And of course, they feel they belong because there's a bulletin board intentionally made for them. And 38, senior devotional booklet. Ito, napaka-importante ito. Invite older adults to compile a devotional book of scripture readings, meditations, and prayers for congregational use. Isang maging pwedeng project ng mga seniors ay gumawa sila ng devotional material, tagi-isang page, no? Na lalo na yung mga marunong magsulat. Okay? And their prayers. Next. Ngayon, senior yearbook. Magandang gumawa ng senior yearbook. If you have not, kahit na simple lang na senior yearbook, meron parang directory ng mga adults na pictures, include photos and pictures na ng mga events throughout the years of seniors. Okay? It's nice. And then 40, Shepherd Center, older adults participate in ecumenical ministry meeting needs, life maintenance, life reorganization, and life transcendence. No? Number 41, short-term mission service. Sabi ko kanina, pwedeng older adults participate in short-term mission projects. No? Habitat for Humanity, Volunteers in Mission, no? Which is a United Methodist program. And then social networking. Start a blog, Facebook page, or other social networking activity with older adults. So, dapat gumawa kayo ng Facebook page para sa iyong mga seniors. And then, 43, Stephen Ministry, a specialized visitation program whereby older adults visit people who are ill, homebound, and institutionalized or have other needs. Ibig sabihin, meron kayong dapat regular program of visitation for older adults. Okay? Tapos na tayo. Next page. Okay, Sunday afternoon worship for homebound, monthly, quarterly, or twice a year, conduct a special Sunday afternoon worship that includes Holy Communion for homebound member in the church sanctuary. Yan, maganda rin yun na magkaroon sila ng sarili silang once a month worship service or quarterly for them. Telephone reassurance. Okay, older adults make daily telephone calls to others. Totoo yan. Ang mga older adults na yan, nabende na sila sa telepono. Kaya dapat meron silang mga cellphone na nagtatawagan sila sa isa't isa. Kahit na telebabad sila, doon na sila naaaliw yung conversation. And then visitation ministry, ito naman yung they visit each other. Older adults visit other older adults. They visit each other, especially the homebound. Uh, uh, and then weekday Bible study. Weekday Bible study. Older adults in church and for community to participate in weekday Bible study. Okay. And the last one, writing letters and sending cards. Older adults write personal letters and send birthday, anniversary, special remembrance cards to others. Yan. Maganda rin kasi uso nung araw nila yung sending cards. So, ngayon, turuan mo silang mag-send ng mga e-cards, e-greeting cards. Okay? That's where we end our lecture for tonight. No? We had theoretical